Hi. We're still alive. Still here. Most of us, anyway. No, that sounds wrong. We haven't lost anybody or had any fusions or anything like that. Just tired. People who would rather hang out in the back. Bodies just beat. So, sorry we missed the live stream on the end of the month. It was one of these where yesterday we're like, oh, it's nearing the end of the month. And then it's like, oh, it was the end of the month on the weekend. So, sorry about that. We'll try to remember better next time around so that you'll at least have that. Plus, energy has just been really low. Don't really have any subject in particular to talk about this time around. Just wanted to touch base with all of you, let you know that we're still here and still safe and whatnot. I mean, there's the daily battles that go along with DVD, depression, anxiety, bad dreams, and just lots of night terrors, things like that. Which is why we continually have these huge bags under our eyes like this. They hang down, and you could fit probably a week's worth of groceries under each one. We're exaggerating slightly. Anyway, still going to therapy, although I don't know if maybe we've just plateaued or there's just a lack of connection with the therapist. I mean, she seems really nice, but not all of us trust her, and yet Susie came out to talk to her, apparently. But it's one of these where it's like, we're not sure how much we're actually getting out of it, if that makes any sense. I mean, we'll still keep going, obviously, even if just to have somebody familiar with the condition that we can talk to, but it's just like we've done a lot of talking and exploring the past, and yeah, there is a lot of it, and it takes multiple sessions. But it's also one of these where it's like, okay, if we start to delve into the trauma, then we're going to have to deal with all of the effects that come with that on top of trying to work and keep our shit together and all of that stuff. And still try to keep the channel alive, obviously. Excuse us. It's allergies. There's this damn weed that is all over the place. It's called stink net, and it is an invasive species from South Africa, I think it is. We looked it up. We'd have to double check, but apparently it worked its way here to the United States, and now it's taken over our entire yard, and it's aptly named because the stuff just smells awful. I mean, it's awful. It doesn't live very long, but it starts to grow up, and it grows fast, and these things generally end up about that tall. But they've got these little yellow pollen balls, little yellow flowers with pollen balls all over the top of the plants, and it looks a lovely effect when they're growing. Looks like moss growing everywhere, but once those little yellow flowers start to show up, it's like, oh God, please just let it die off soon so I can rake all this crap up. Because it pollinates like crazy, and it also goes dry and brittle, so it's a wonderful fire hazard, so we'd rather not risk that. But it means that we're going to have to take the time to actually get out there and physically rake / mow. Actually, at this point, it's raking it all up and then into bags, and either that or just burning it. We've got an old, smoker barbecue grill type thing. It's a big cylinder with a dome up on top that we can just take handfuls of and put it in there and just burn the damn stuff. But even so, because it would just take bags and bags to get rid of this damn stuff. So anyway, I'm not sure what the hell that had to do with anything. Oh yeah, allergies. So those damn things are just making us miserable, and of course everything else has decided to start growing here because we're heading in towards summer. The heat is starting to clamp down, and it's like, yeah, I'm sure lots of you guys are experiencing the same thing. So there's been that, and of course we're out in it because we walk the cats after we get home from work, and of course we're bicycling to work 4 out of 5 days. So not a lot of fun because we're sucking this stuff in constantly. Had a damn dog try to bite us on the bicycle. What is it? Okay, you dog owners out there, if there are any, watching, what is it about a person on a bicycle that just drives dogs up the wall, because it's like bark, 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 bark. And it's like they wanted. And this one dog got loose from his yard and ran after us. He got enough of our leg to leave, like gummy wet spot thing, before we promptly kicked him in the head and sent him, told him go home, or at least tried to kick him in the head. Flailing of legs while we're on the bicycle, going full speed, trying not to ditch into the gravel so that we end up being road pizza, versus being bit by this damn dog. Not sure, honestly, if he was trying to go for the bite or if it was just a play, if it was just a mock attack type thing, but better to be on the safe side, rabies and dog bites and shit like that. So it's like, we've been thinking about getting some bear spray or pepper spray. I think the bear spray is the more potent, and keeping that on us so that next time any poochie poos decide to, go after us, we'll just simply give them that shit right in the face, and that'll probably put an end to it. And don't get us wrong, we don't wish any harm on any animal, really, but these dogs, they be pushing it, and it's just like, I don't know if I don't think they react the same way with people as they do a person on a bicycle. It must make this mystical, evil animal that they just have to, that's like a threat to them, and they have to bark and bark and bark and attack it. It's like, don't understand that, but it's, it's really irritating, and frankly, induces anxiety. Plus, we've got to cross a major intersection anyway on a point that does not have a light, so we're watching traffic coming both ways, being calculating that. But other than that, it's just a straight shot from here, basically, to work. We're within a 2-mile radius. Anyway, see, just random stuff today. So sorry we haven't gotten much content out on the channel. There's been a couple of things that we have been toying around with. The little stories, there's an idea that we've had that we really want to try to execute and bring into the whole experience, but it's tough to see exactly where to fit it in without changing the flow, and not the format, but the flow of how things are in the beginning, because, it's very structured, and while the idea is great and we really want to include it, it's we have to make it blend with the rest of the flow through leading up to telling the story. But we think it would be a neat thing to do, and another way to express some of the things that littles might be going through to as well. So it's not firmed up, but we're playing. We've done some preliminary green screening of the idea and testing it out, and we'll see if we decide to use and where it goes. Basically, we have to go and we have to Percival has the script, the order in his head, and so do I, more or less, but he's the one that gives it the rhythm and the cadence and does everything. So what we need to do is we need to script this particular bit in with what we already have and make sure that it flows, and goes where it should. But we're kind of excited to try it, so we'll see what happens. No promises. On that, we will have another little stories hopefully this month. We're going to try our best to do it. Informational pieces for the channel. We've been going over our list of content ideas and notes that we've just made off of live streams and things like that. We're looking for an informative piece that is not going to be as god-awful inclusive as the theory of structural dissociation. Well, we're glad that you guys are watching that and finding some value in it. Yay. Also, welcome to all the new channel members that we've got. It shot up by a dozen here just within the past day or so. Anyway, to all 2,092 as of this video of you, thank you very much for coming to the channel. Thank you all for subscribing. Those of you who have supported us in the past, thank you very much for doing so. But yeah, welcome to the channel. Feel free to leave comments. Don't be afraid to necropost, because our content runs back about 4 years at this point. So be sure to dig into the playlist, dig into the back episodes, because we've covered a lot of ground over a lot of informational territory and just a lot of ground altogether. So don't be afraid to dig those up. We put the main ones up on the channel page. Actually, you should have access to our readily, our playlist, so for ready consumption. So do be sure to check that out. As the caveat, if you haven't seen our introductory video, Welcome to the Infinity System, be aware of any of our subjects marked TW for trigger warning. We don't pull punches, and when we advise viewer discretion, we expect you to practice it. We do cover very heavy and triggering subjects here, and so please be aware of that. We try to be really good about labeling our stuff, but do watch out for those, because we take the kid gloves off and deal with the icky, sticky, nitty gritty of DID and what causes it. So fair warning. Let's see, what all haven't we covered? Can't think of anything really off the top of our head, but we did want to get this video out. We're beat, but we just got done clearing up after dinner and after a full day's work. Well, 6 hours being full day, quote unquote. It may not seem like much to you, 8 to 5 or 8 hours a day, guys, but it's hard. Getting back into work and just going to work every day and keeping it up and not falling into bad habits, it's difficult. It's really, really difficult for us and really taxing. Plus, we've got some health issues that are kind of knocking at the door. Our psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever the hell the difference is, she helps us deal. She checks in on it. She does the check-ins and writes the prescription. So she's, I think, was it Zoloft? She's going to start trying us on, because we've got some depressive symptoms and the anxiety is always biting at our heels. So she's got, there's a combination of one that we're already taking, but she says that along with the Zoloft, it works really well to help bring the serotonin levels up, which, as we know, are the feel-good, contentment, brain chemicals that, healthy people make, and, helps make them feel good about themselves and the day not so bad and everything. So, we'll see how that goes, and because we always take a very measured approach on our meds, start off at the lowest dosage and then see the effects before increasing or anything. And the lady that deals our meds, she's really or writes out the prescription, she's really along the same lines as that. So yeah, we'll have that one and see where that goes. So, but we still try to keep our meds down to a minimum, because these things have side effects, and the side effects have side effects, and it's just like, Anyway, boy, we're just rambly today. I think that's about all that there was to talk about. Yeah. Again, sorry for missing the live stream, or so. We already said that. I think that's just about it, guys. I'm sorry the brain is not operating at full speed. And this is the first time that we actually had to sit down and even do anything since, early this morning. So we're going to go ahead and close it out and go try to relax, maybe watch some stupid mindless TV or something. Or maybe play a video game, or, just something to help us chill out, which is tough, because then I should be doing this, and I should be doing that, and this needs doing, and that needs doing starts to kick in, and it's like, I don't know about you guys, but it's very tough to like rest when you have DID and these symptoms, because you constantly feel like you have to be doing something, or, otherwise you feel guilty, and it's like this cascade effect. Anyway. If any of you experience that same type of a thing, hit us up in the comment section below. Let us know how what your experiences are with any of the stuff that we've talked about. Oh, that's what we were going to say. Yeah, feel free to comment. Well, of course, as every YouTuber says, be sure to be sure to hit that bell icon, and leave a comment on the videos. It really does help to, help the channel grow, which it's been doing. Yay, we're over 2K, like we said, 2,092 so far. We'll be over, 2,100 here shortly. I should hope another 8-9 subs. Anyway, but again, welcome. Thanks for joining us on the channel. Hopefully, like I said, maybe a short informational video, like 3 tips or tricks or something. There's a couple of ideas that you'd have to ask Data, and he's not up front at the moment, obviously, because we're so scattered and disorganized. So that's about it. We'll go ahead and hand it off here. And as always, we remind you, say it with us, that you are loved, that you are strong, and that you are not alone. This is Chris and the rest of the Infinity System signing off. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day, everybody. Drink water.